again. Welcome to Destination Unknown with the Reen podcast. We're back again. Today's topic is advices to the youth. Introduce yourself, people.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is I was gonna say my full name. Hi, my name is Navi. Oh, I'm a model in Phoenix, Arizona.
Hi again, I'm Zade Nassar here, locally born and raised here in Arizona, and I model sometimes.
All right, so we're going to talk about like advices that we would give to our younger selves or to the youth. What's the one biggest advice that you would give to your younger self or to people who are watching you who are younger than you?
To be honest, we were kind of talking about this, and it's tough kind of at a young age, but I just think it's important to try to be more present and try to focus on where you're at your life now. I know it can get kind of crazy to think about future plans and what you want to do in the future, and that's important, but I think you need to enjoy where you are at your life right now at this moment because you won't have this time back again. So that's something that just came up.
I agree. Acceptance. You should always accept where you are at the moment. Try to be as present as possible because, yeah, it's good to have goals and everything, but at the end of the day, life is short. You have to still enjoy where you're at right now and the journey along the way.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with you guys, and definitely my advice for myself is definitely to be kind to myself because especially in the once again the culture, it always goes back to the culture. The culture that I grew up in is so critical with the things that you have to do as a young girl. They expect so much out of you that you can't help but to criticize yourself. Like, even if you don't have your parents criticizing you, you're constantly criticizing yourself because you have all these expectancy out of you and you're trying to make sure that you achieve it. So like, just like, give yourself grace and know that you're human, and yes, your parents might want you to do certain things and you can make it happen, but also like, have grace for yourself, be kind to yourself, and know that you're only human and you can make things happen. You don't always have to rush things. You can take things slow, and just be kind to yourself, and also because if you're kind to yourself, you're also kind to others. And that's the one key is like, let's be kind to to each other, because like, we never know what people are going through, and that's the one key. Like, 'cause if we're kind to others, like, I feel like it will eventually go into like peace in the world, and we can pass on to the youth.
One thing that just came to me is like, yeah, the world is not out to get you. I know it might seem like there's so many pressures and different things that come up to you, but like, it depends, like, your mindset really is everything. But it takes a while to cultivate like a good mindset, but just keep talking like positive words to yourself. Try to just start believing in yourself. Because when you start to believe in yourself and start talking good things about yourself, start to outpour onto others as well. So that came.
Any more advice? Is there things that you wish you had done sooner? That you had started doing sooner than now?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of all just comes into play with what you guys both said. Just showing up for myself more than anything. A lot sooner would have been cool. I feel like I would have progressed a lot further. But now that I learned that, I think this year is going to be full of growth. But I wish I could have started again that process a little earlier. That's about it.
Another thing then, we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves. I think it's amazing that you've come to that point in your life where you're starting to take your life more into your own hands and go after the things you really want to do. I think I have such so easy to be critical on yourself and to be negative and down and think that you're not where you're supposed to be in life. And I felt that way for a lot of my life, but honestly, I'm kind of now at the point where I'm like, I feel like if you start to set your mind to something you really want to do and you go after it, no matter what happens, even just doing that one step is like a really big deal. So also applaud yourself for how far you've come. Because I think a lot of us have never expected to be at the space that we are even now. So I'm just grateful for that too.
That's fair. That came off as hypocritical, by the way. I was like, acceptance, and I'm like, man, I wish I started earlier. I do need to accept where I'm at, and I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, both come into play.
But we all feel that way. I feel like have like issues in terms of trying to accept where we are, but also not kind of, or just knowing that we want more, and
Want better
not
for
being there
ourselves.
yet is can be a little disheartening. But
Mhm.
at least we're taking those steps to better ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the important thing.
And I feel you too, say when you say like I should have started things sooner, because like I started modeling last year when it comes to like fashion wise, like obviously fitness I started in 2019, but even everything, like I feel like I started at a later age compared to like how I see like these like 18-year-olds starting, or like even the 16-year-olds like starting modeling at a younger age. And I can't help but to feel like, damn, I should have started earlier. But that's also reminding myself like, do not compare yourself to other people, because
Thief of joy.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly, yeah. Because I feel like those moments,
Yeah.
maybe I didn't go through the modeling because the universe wanted me to go through certain life situation for me, for in order for me to get to where I am right now.
Yeah.
And also remember that like life is not, there's no right way of living life. There's no specific way of like doing things. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you have to go to college and then get married and do things. You can literally do it like backwards. You can
Yeah.
literally like whatever,
Yeah.
like get married and then go back to school and do all those things and then have kids and whatever. Or you can start by having kids, whatever. You don't have to follow a certain way of society tells you to do.
Yeah.
And I've noticed like once you start to do things like that, you find happiness within yourself, and that's the best way to do it. And yeah, and I'm actually glad that to be honest, because like even now I look back at it, it's like if I had started modeling back then at a younger age, because I know how naive I was, especially like growing up, coming from a different country and then coming to America. You like it's a whole different like environment and different ways they live their lives in a different way. And I when I came here, I was so naive. Like I was just open to everything. I was just like, oh my god, this is so new. This is so cool. And I feel like people would have taken so much advantage of me if I had started at a younger age, because not only that, I didn't know how to speak English, and I feel like if you don't know how to speak English, you're not gonna have people looking out for you as much as you like, especially being a younger girl, like coming into this industry. So I'm glad that things happen the way they are, because then,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're
then
here
I would
now.
have never met you
Exactly.
guys, because I probably would have quit like within like a year or 6 months starting if I started at a younger age. So like I'm glad. And then the main thing is the comparison. Try not to compare yourself to other people, because like everybody has to go through certain things in order to get to where they are.
Yeah.
And everybody has a different plan, life plan. And even if you plan certain things to go a certain way, they're not always gonna go that way. Which is why I called my podcast Destination Unknown, because you never know where life leads you, you know. Yeah.
That's so true.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you basically covered everything that I was going to say. I was just also going to just add on to that. Like, you just don't know people's circumstances. You don't know where they come from. You don't know their situation at home. You don't know anything really when you meet somebody. And so, like, it's really easy to judge really quickly and think, oh, they must have gone this through that or that. But just really understand that everyone is going through some sort of battle, uh, whatever it may be. And just treat, like she said, use yourself and others with kindness, and don't be so hard on yourself, and don't compare. Like, seriously, adding on, but I think that one of the toughest things in this industry is I started to really compare myself with a lot of the other models here, and it was getting me nowhere. And I started to just kind of forget myself just for like a slow, like a little bit period of time. And it's okay. Like, it's in a new environment, you have to put yourself out there, but just try to find ways to come back to yourself and kind of remember who you are, and the right people will gravitate towards you. Like, I found Doreen, like, she was such a support for me through my whole modeling, and without her, like, so like I said, I would have never met you, I think, if I started this industry and went in this industry earlier.
Yeah.
So everything happens for a reason, is what I'm also starting to believe.
I do believe that too.
Oh yeah, it'll all play out
Yeah.
in ways you never expect. That's why you can't have like your expectations. That's one of the biggest things. You kind of get in your own way with those.
Yeah,
know what
you
I
do.
mean?
Yeah.
'Cause things will work out eventually. Not like you
Yeah.
expect, but they'll work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've
That's
noticed like
myself,
sometimes
too.
like things don't work out in the way you want because the universe is making things to make sure that it works out in the way that you need.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so I do believe in that, and I'm
Yeah.
just great with that. What would you guys add? Did you guys want to add anything to it? Because we don't have to see you guys to add. You can add on to it. I want it to be like a comfortable like space where like you can add on it, you can giggle. Like if you find something funny, like the last videographer was always giggling. I always had to look at him and start laughing because I'm like, oh gosh, yeah.
No, I would keep going with the topic you have. You're kind of going with a good flow, low key.
Yeah,
Not
this
like,
has been a really good conversation, actually. Like, I feel very good about this conversation.
It sounds really good.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What were we talking about? What was it?
The last thing I said was expectations. It's like just
Yeah.
drop them. Don't get in your own way because things will play out like you said.
Yeah.
May not play out the way you'd like them to play out sometimes, but that could also be a blessing in disguise.
Oh, of
Right.
course, I always feel like that too. Yeah, like don't like the youth. Like I know sometimes we want something so bad, and we get so crazy about it, and then we get so disappointed when we don't get it. And sometimes just like it's a blessing in disguise all the times. It just I feel like people just need to look at it like that and just be okay with that. Because I've noticed that there's things like there's a lot of things that I didn't get my way. And I'd be like, God damn, I really want it so bad. But then I'll let it go. And then eventually, either that thing comes back to me or something better comes around. So
Yeah.
like, so for me, it's just like, I try not to be pressed about certain things anymore. I just like, I'm trying to live life like at a flow and easy, peasy life. Like, I don't want to force things anymore. Like, yeah, I try not to force things. The more you force it, the
Yeah.
more it collapses. Okay?
That's true. And I do feel like the right things or the things that you want in your life, they will find a way to you. Like, I actually had wanted to be a model years ago, but it was a time when it wasn't really that big of a thing in Arizona, and I obviously didn't see Indians in the modeling industry. And it's things have changed now, and I just have gotten myself like out of just anyway. What were we talking about?
What should
No, you're good.
I just totally blanked for a second.
You know, that's one thing I hate.
I'm so
literally,
sorry.
You be talking about something, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add on to it, and then I just go.
My
blank.
mind just went blank. It really just went
so
blank.
funny.
I'm so
It
sorry
must be
about
this
that.
lighting.
I'm so sorry. Okay,
Don't
anyway.
be sorry. That
Next
happens.
thing,
Is that,
I thought it was
Amazon
such a good
packages.
topic, and then I started, and then my mind went blank.
We'll come back.
You
to
should
it.
talk about scarcity versus abundance. I feel like that's a good topic. Do you know what that means? Like,
Scarcity versus abundance mindset.
yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
That is big. And that's where you were kind of leading towards. Loki.
Yeah, that's what I was, and then I got.
Yeah, I just talk about, like, you know, if you always think that this is, like, the best thing and the
Yes.
only thing, then that thing will leave you very quickly because nobody and nothing in life likes you to be needy. Like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
big.
true.
It will leave you. I would talk about that, low-key, because you're kind of leading
I
all the
think
way.
you just did, mate.
Yeah.
that's good.
I put that
we
in
can
there.
literally.
Put your face in
we
it.
could just put in that.
Put that in though. That was like great, but I do agree. I don't know if this is related to that, but like in a sense, like where you know, like you think like you have to achieve this one thing, and then once you achieve it, you don't feel as satisfied as you thought you would. Whereas all along, it was the journey to get there that was more important than even achieving that thing. Is that kind of
Yeah,
tied
well,
into
that's
that?
like a goal.
But that's a little different.
And
right?
that's like anti-goal.
I like
and I'm
that a lot.
anti-goal as well. I feel like goals, like, it sets the expectation.
There's always gonna be
and
something else.
You're talking about with the expectations. I think that, like, having goals that are too high to achieve, then eventually,
Right.
like, you kind of lead away from what you originally started, why you started.
why you started in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah, I think it's all about
Yeah.
just enjoying the
That's
journey
true.
and less paying attention to the like destination.
Yeah,
It's just
it's all about the journey. That's the whole
journey,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy the journey, you're not
Then there's
in the right place
Yeah.
doing the thing that you should be doing.
And then what would you guys like?
I know some people do that.
What would be the advice for you guys? Like, how do you guys deal with like with sadness, with like anger? How do you guys deal with it? With that, like, especially like I know you guys are young. Like, we all have different age gap, like different age difference. How do you guys deal with like anger and
Sadness.
depression and those things. Like, how do you get out of it? It's like, because I know a lot of young people are going through depression and they go through a lot of anger and they don't know how to deal with it. So how do you guys deal with it? So like, so we can help people like deal with
You
it.
mean besides like ordering like a big pizza and laying in bed for like a week? Besides that, or something else? Do you want like? You want some advice, maybe?
Yeah,
that'll
besides
help
that,
somebody?
yeah, what do you do after you get over that 1 week of being in the bedroom? Because I feel like you're allowed to have those moments. You're allowed to be like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
please feel. This is
Yeah,
not
you have to feel the
This is not to
emotion.
say like, oh, you're not supposed to feel sadness. You're not supposed. But like, how do you guys? You please feel it, but don't take it out on other people. Feel it and then learn to, like, how to cope with it and how to move forward, having it. But how do you move forward in society having it? You know.
So when I was younger, I used to take it out on other people, and I realized really quickly that was not the way to go. So I
But how did you
actually,
take it out on people? Like, what would you do? Like.
oh, like
Just
I would,
stop,
I
like-
would just like you know, they would just ask me a simple question. I'd like just lash out at them,
Snap.
you know, or
Yeah.
just like snap, or just be like, for no reason, just attitude and moody all the time. So to be honest, I've suffered with depression when I was younger. Around 15, when I was 15, and I'm 31 right now, in case you. Anyway, so like it's just been a long time since I've gone through it, but it was a very dark and deep time of my life, and I slowly started to get into fitness. That's actually why I'm so obsessed with fitness and why I push for it. Like, yes, the aesthetic part is appealing, but after I work out, like, I can't tell you like the clarity I feel. Like, my mind feels so clear and empty, and I feel like I'm my best self. So fitness is definitely a thing. Meditation is definitely a thing. I'm very bad at meditation. What I do is I meditate in the sauna, so it forces me to stay there a long time, and I listen to meditation as well. And I'm starting to notice my mind is being a lot calmer. Also, trying to be less reactive and realize, like, again, the world is not out to get you. Like, it's okay.
Unless you're a black
Like,
woman.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Or unless you're driving
No
in the
comment.
streets of Arizona, then okay, I'm kidding. But it's just, I don't know. At the end of the day, when you start to like kind of tune out the noise, and it's just you realize it's you versus you, like swear that's when like everything really starts to change. Because at this point, like, I don't even want to outdo anybody else. I just want to outdo myself.
Yeah.
So that's
Mhm.
really, that's where I really want to be, and that's what I'm achieving, I feel like. And so that's the biggest thing. Like, believe in yourself, because you're going to be your best friend. You're going to be everything you really, truly need.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't believe in yourself, how are others? That's the
Exactly.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good points.
I know it might be a little weird, like reading.
No, the fitness is beautiful. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
I love
For
that.
sure, like fitness has helped me too. Like when it comes to things like yoga, definitely like has helped.
It
me
doesn't
because-
have to be the gym, just any way to stay active.
Well,
Yeah,
anything
just
that
like-
clears your mind, keeps
Yeah.
your body moving, so you're not just in here the whole time.
Exactly. Like even dancing, it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be specifically like training with the weights and dumbbells. You could be like walking in nature. You could be dancing. As long as you're like moving, like it's like that's what's gonna help you like get over.
Something good for the soul, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
exactly, yeah.
Find some type of movement, anything, tennis, going on a walk that works for you, and just stick to it.
Swimming, yeah.
And just do it daily if you can.
And to be honest, just being in nature heals. And I do, and then the number one thing too, like sometimes I do tend to eat bad when I'm going through things, but I notice that tends to like make it worse for my like mental health. It really does make it worse. Like,
Yeah.
and then I used to like back then I used to like, oh, straight alcohol. Like, oh, we're gonna induce the pain with straight tequila. That's how I used to deal with things. But now I'm trying to do things better where I just like I need to eat healthier if I'm feeling worse. Because I know if I'm eating bad and I'm already feeling like shit, it's just gonna everything's just gonna collapse together. So I just find it better for me to eat healthier and just like feel better. Because if I feel better inside, then I feel like I'm more likely to recover and heal. Because I feel like food is medicine, nature is medicine, so it's like healing. And I always find ways like to heal naturally. Because a lot of the things like a way to heal. Most of the things that we can heal with are free, so it's like, so I always find that it's easy to heal. Just go outside. You don't even need to go walk. Just go outside and sit in the sun. That helps me sometimes, just by sitting outside and just be grateful that you're at least alive. That's one thing that I am aware, is like, because I'm aware of what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
So I do tend to remember that, like, I'm living a better life than some people are. Without putting it in that way, like, I'm not trying to brag.
No, it's being grateful.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not trying to brag. Like, I already have like a roof. I have friends. I have people who love me. So that's good enough for me to remember that, like, yeah, maybe my problem are just like literally tiny, small compared to what other people in the world are going through. So, like, I tend to remind myself that, especially coming from Burundi, I did see. I was there when there was a war, so I have to remind myself, like, where I come from, because it's so easy to, like, feel entitled and just always feel like ungrateful when you like, in America, it's so easy because you're like, everything is like, it's given to you. Everything is at a, like, you can literally order something and then it comes to you, like, literally the next day.
And we take that for
it's
granted.
like, we do take a lot of things for granted. So, like, so for me, I just try to humble myself by remembering where I come from and remembering that, yeah, my problems are not that big.
Yeah.
That maybe I'm just, like, in my head all the time.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I think focusing on what you do have is, like, the important thing.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to focus on all the negative
all the
shit
things
going
that you
on in
don't
the
have,
world.
yeah.
So I think it's very important to realize what you do have. That's a good point.
Yeah. Gratefulness is definitely something that has also, I feel like, helped me in my journey. Because, like, now every day I'm just grateful for something that I used to take for granted. And I just think that when you start to think in a different mindset in terms of, like, just appreciating where you are, where you, like, who you are, where you come from, what you have, that changes everything.
100%. Yeah, I've been in a kind of negative space for a while, and then that's one of the biggest things that helped. Just like you said, realizing you have friends, family.
Yeah, family, yeah.
You get to wake up in the morning, right?
Exactly,
Get to
yeah.
eat.
You have a roof over your
You're right.
head.
You
Yeah.
can. I mean, I can keep going. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
It's beautiful outside, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that we
every
live in
little
Arizona, it's like sunny outside. Like, granted, it's been cold lately, but like
Yeah.
the fact that we even have that, it's like, I feel like it's a blessing already. Like, and now here I am going to France. Why?
But you're
That's
following your
awesome,
dreams.
that's
Look at her. She's following
The
her
journey.
dreams. The
journey.
journey. It's all
The
about
cold
the journey. The journey.
All right, I'll call you guys when I'm going through, like, my hardships in the cold.
Yeah. He didn't know, by the way,
Yeah, this is news to me.
What?
that you're moving.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
Bring it. And is this for like
Forever.
a certain amount of time, or is
Forever.
this
It's a
like
forever
oh,
thing.
it's forever? Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I've been here for 25 years, and like, I don't know. I feel like I'm suffocating now.
Time to change it up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Where do
Visit
Where do your family live? They live in
Which-
France, right?
Part of them.
Huh?
Some of my family.
I know the one that I met, right?
That's weird. Yeah, they do. They moved back out there,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I have
know you
some.
told
I want to go visit all my family around there again.
Well, that's perfect.
We'll see. Yeah, I'll stop by.
You guys will
Yeah.
come. Like, I know. It's gonna be so fun.
Podcast in
Do you want to-
France.
Everyone listening.
The moment,
Eiffel Tower in the
Yeah,
back
tower,
one.
yeah.
dude, the
Sparkling at
moment I
night.
move, like, we're having a party. Like, you guys need to come and get, like, you guys have a place to stay at my place. If you guys ever have gigs, just pay me. Like, I'm gonna charge y'all.
Just
Oh,
food.
look who made his appearance. Get over here, Hazad.
Go.
Come here.
This is a good
baby.
topic.
Yeah, just
Stick
come
your
here.
face
Just
in it.
here.
I'm going
Oh,
to.
I love the fact that you're wearing
Nice to
jeans
see you, bro.
too. You're wearing a jean
Oh,
jacket.
look at this.
Oh, that is
so
so
nice.
Zade.
Oh, yes. Hi, good to see you.
Is this said in the camera, or does he have to?
No, he's.
We're
he's
talking about, we're just
Why,
talking
you
about
wanted to
talking
see
about.
You see how Zade offered
see
Hazad
it?
to sit on his lap? Where was my offer for that?
This looks so good.
There's
No, I
there's
think
no
you're in the
mics or
camera.
nothing.
This is no
No
free-spirited.
mics. Okay.
We have God listening.
Tell you really quickly the topic.
Hello, Hazad. What's
how
up?
you doing?
Thanks for
Good.
joining us. Look who comes up late.
Well,
Okay.
Great work fits.
I'm
Look who just joined us.
You
Hello.
look great.
You want to introduce yourself? Who are you?
Hassan Martinez, the one and only fashion designer and model.
Oh,
Inspiring. No,
Nice.
not a fashion designer yet, but getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soon.
That's
Soon
perfect.
enough.
Soon to be.
Wait to model it.
Oh, I didn't even see that there's a phone too.
Do you have an advice that you want to give to the youth?
Advice?
Yes,
Yeah.
life advice to the
Or like
youth.
even because you're obviously you're gonna be
I
a
just jumped
designer.
right straight into it. Okay. Some advice? I would say,
I'll sit for a second.
We'll
what?
go to a different topic with it.
Should we start
Do
a
I?
topic?
On the
That's the name of my team.
Oh, what a good friend.
boy.
Or should we start on a topic about
Up on
some
the
life advice topic?
Like he's looking
Cam
at
would
Stephen
get it.
and here I am doing that. I'm like,
Thank God.
I got you.
Oh, how
Is it still there?
Let me see. No, you got it.
Aw.
wow,
Nice.
what a great bro friendship you guys have.
We were talking
Cam
about
would've just-
following your
Cam
dreams,
definitely
if
would've
you
just
wanna
grabbed
talk
it.
about
Following
that.
dreams?
I mean, I would
Something like
say-
that.
I didn't know guys did that. They look
What?
out for each other. Like,
Not
oh, look,
always.
there's a-
I feel like they don't always.
They're
They
bros.
always,
They're
right? I love
bros.
that,
It
though.
depends.
Did you get that on camera?
What he did for him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he did for him, what he
Like, it's
did
like
for
a-
him, you guys were. Oh, it's so funny.
Following your dreams? That's
Yeah.
the topic of discussion?
Yeah, I mean, well, we're talking about life, like advice for your youth, life advice for your youth, but the top, we're just talking about following your dreams, like based off that. So, like, if you wanted to do, if we need a topic idea, like,
Okay. I mean, I don't know what you guys have said, but I mean, honestly, we only got one life. I mean, it sounds corny, but do what you love. Put yourself out there, because a lot of people don't. And people, the number one reason, or two reasons, is doubt and fear of what other people think. And so I think just doing what you love and not following the norm is what's going to get you out there. And I mean, people hate different.
That's
So
true.
that's why people like hate you sometimes. I mean, or like what you're doing. Like, who can say you're a model at 20, 24?
Mm.
And, you know, people hate different. So
Well,
be
something
di-
they could be
different.
too scared to do, so they're jealous.
Yeah,
of you doing
exactly.
it.
Yeah,
Something
because
like that.
they see you like they can never do it. So like watching you like
Mhm.
do what you love is like kind of like hurting them in a way.
Yeah.
There
Or
you
sometimes
go.
I feel like they're scared to do what they want to do.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes they look at you, they're like, wow. Sometimes I feel like people just stare at you because I'm like, wow, look at this person just making all these moves and they just don't know how to start. But all they have to do is just like, I don't know, just ask you a question and you could probably help them out and be like, hey, this is how you do things, you know? Sometimes everything just starts by a conversation, to be honest. That's why I feel like, that's why I wanted to start this podcast. It's just like, because I feel like conversating with different humans is always good. And I don't want for me, it's not about clout chasing for my podcast. I don't want to just have people who have like the huge following. I just want people that like I've vibed with, who have given me good vibes, you know, good souls.
And then with this industry, I mean, you're not always gonna get good vibes. But
Yeah, tell me about
That's
it.
so fair.
yeah, that's very
So you can
true.
always find me with the same people. every time, you
Arizona
know?
isn't as bad as it could be, though. For
Huh?
sure. Arizona, the vibes aren't as bad as
Yeah,
they
that's
could
true.
be.
That is true.
Because everyone's
Yeah.
kind of growing together.
I mean, I
and
haven't
stuff.
been to like the LA scene or New York, but
Oh gosh, I know.
You've been.
Because
I mean, yeah,
You've been some places.
He's
Come on
watching
now, come
Paris
on now.
Fashion Week, another modest gentleman over here.
yeah, but like it was the Paris is different. I feel like they were a lot more humble. But
yeah, I
like,
feel like they
Really?
are.
yeah.
Because, like,
Interesting.
To be honest, I feel like French people are so different from American.
Well, no, French people are rude, but like I mean, like, but like
You can
Let's
cancel
call them
immediately.
out.
no,
France
but
is
like
not
I mean,
allowed
like
to-
a lot of the models weren't French. They were just like from different places.
Oh, for real?
Like
Oh,
all
that's
over,
fair.
huh?
Okay.
what's that?
Akriti?
Arkriti?
She was Indian.
Yeah, she was Indian. So
I
I mean,
think I
there's
did
just a
see
lot
an
of.
Indian one.
She's
and
that from the
made
cafe
me
shoot.
happy.
Cafe shoot.
Oh, that's the one that you did the cafe
yes,
with?
you told
Oh,
me. I was
wow.
happy to see that.
I don't know why I
Are
thought
you?
it was
I could
Elise.
go, no, but I need to
Okay.
go
I don't know why I thought the girl
now.
that it was
I just need to
Elise.
hear one
That
Indian
one
was
of the
there, you know.
Indians. She's there.
Huh?
That's
She
a
was
good
there,
Yeah, she
right?
paved the way for me.
Elise.
Elise, yeah, the one that was like, she was at the Content Day, Arizona Fashion Week Content Day.
Was Elise at Paris Fashion Week?
Was she
From
there?
Content Day.
The LMG girl?
I don't think
I
there's
don't know
only
who
an
that
OMG.
Elise is.
I
There's
know.
no
Was that
Elise.
one girl that?
The one with lingerie by Elise. She was literally
Oh, Bella.
Bella. Oh, is that?
Yeah,
I
she
think
was
you're
at-
talking to no, because I know there's a girl
She was
from.
there, yes.
I know
She
what
was
you're
there,
talking
right?
No,
That's
she
not
was
the one
there.
that you did the cafe with.
Did
She was there at the
Come
first
on.
time we went to
It doesn't
Paris.
matter.
Oh, but she's not the one you
I
took a
think
picture
so.
of the cafe. That's not her.
No, that's
Yeah, they're like,
She's
what
the
are you
Indian
talking
woman.
about?
Oh, she is.
No,
Yeah,
Kim.
but
She
she
doesn't look
actually-
Indian though, right?
No, he's
She's
cutting.
she's
whatever.
very Indian. She has a very
Okay.
thick
This
accent.
combo already went.
Where was
really
she from?
smooth.
Like India or like London?
She's from New Delhi, but she lives in San Francisco.
So she
Oh.
probably has like an Indian accent.
Oh, it's super thick.
Yeah, it is super thick. Yeah.
One advice too that I want to give
Love
the
that.
youth is do not take other people's advices. Because I know I'm giving
Ever.
advices, but
Never,
seriously
not
no.
even ours.
Like well, like
Sometimes it's
adults.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to
Including
take
this
advices. So like sometimes somebody might tell you like, oh, like, hey, don't do this way because it didn't work for me. But just
yeah,
because it
that's
didn't
very
work
true.
for
That
you
way,
doesn't mean
yeah.
it's not gonna work for
Well,
me.
yeah, everyone has different.
So like always, like I know there's certain advices to take, and then there's some of them that you should not. I mean, obviously, like, be aware, like.
Grain of salt.
Grain-
That's
Yeah.
literally what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Take their advice with a grain of salt,
yeah.
but use your intuition, because deep down you're gonna know what's best for you more than that person, even though they might try. But I remember I got in a really tough situation, and my friend wanted me to follow her way exactly, and I didn't, and she was like pissed off about that, and I'm just like, you gotta work out and do what works for you. Like, I told you.
Yeah. Another topic?
On to the next.
No. I mean, if you want to ask us another question, that's fine.
No, but do you have any other
Sexuality.
advice for the youth?
For the youth?
Struggling.
Or advice you would tell your younger self.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's just something that you could have done, like, you wish you could have done differently.
I was thinking struggling with sexuality. Anyway.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. But,
It wasn't.
I mean,
but now he is.
Okay.
no, I'm not. But like, okay, what the fuck is that?
I
Anyways,
set up again. God.
I mean, to my younger self, I mean, don't rush things.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like I was always like, oh, like I see other people dropping their brands or doing more like better moves than me, but it's like at the end of the day, like our time's gonna come.
Yeah.
Everyone's. So just don't rush anything. Just take your time on your creativity.
That's
Because
good.
I mean, we're all young, so.
Except for me.
You're young too.
You're
Old
young.
enough to
That's
be
so
Cam's
true.
mom.
You could pop off when you're
younger
60.
I mean, old enough to.
Probably not, but
I don't know. Is it
60. 60 's good.
I think that's what I'm about to.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, that's the only advice. I mean, just don't rush. But I mean, right now I am 21, I'm pretty young. I just like stop rushing the process of everything. I was worried about like just pushing everything out, but like now it's just like this year I'm just really focused on the clothes and
That's
the
good.
quality and stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
and dropping in summer.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, officially?
Yeah.
Are you making
That's
clothes
dope.
for girls or just men?
Hopefully,
You heard it here
What
first.
is it? Unisex or no?
in the beginning I'm probably gonna be men's, but I mean the girls
Then
go
if you
with
need
it.
model, let me know.
Oh, for sure. No, all you guys are gonna be.
By the way, I can model
But
it.
you're gonna leave. I don't know where you're going.
Yeah, do you
Take
know where
me-
she's going? She's
I don't
I'm
know
going to
if
France.
Dubai.
It doesn't matter. Like,
Dubai.
you asked, like, you can't come to France? Aren't you moving to France anyways?
I'm not Spain, but I'm gonna be close to France.
What? I thought you were going to France.
No, I'm gonna go to Spain and then France.
With his girlfriend.
Damn.
Like a trip? Or
As
like
No,
live?
like they're moving.
No, I live there. Yeah.
That's dope.
Oh my
He's
God.
moving to Spain. You're moving to France. Say they won't
Yeah,
move
but like
together.
not anytime
You
soon.
moved to
Did you say
England
what
to
part?
your
Valencia.
Indian boyfriend?
Oh, wow.
Hello. Why
come
are you
visit you, eh?
saying this out? Let's cut that. That's gonna be-
Definitely.
What's his name?
With his Instagram.
Yeah.
Who's?
Shush.
No,
Nobody. Nobody.
Jacques.
Oh my God, you guys. Anyway, what are we talking about now?
For sure, yeah. Don't rush things because, like, you need to, when you don't rush, I feel like you build a solid foundation. Because when you, it's all about the foundation that you build. Because if you just rush things, everything's just going to collapse. So take your time and don't rush. And everybody has their season. So, like, yeah, one thing about, like, do not compare yourself to other people because, like, some people might be winning. But no, it's their season, but everybody has their own season, so don't worry about that. Your season might not have come yet, but it's coming. So don't feel like you need to be jealous of other people because they're winning, or you don't need to congratulate them. Like, be happy for everyone because things are gonna come for you regardless. Especially if you believe in and you're actually making the moves to make sure that your dreams come true. Anyways, yeah,
This is a
that's-
terrible snap.
Anyone who wants to add in? Otherwise,
you,
this
man?
is it. We're gonna
you,
end it
man?
at this.
Sexuality is that?
No, not my sexuality. I'm straight, guys. I'm straight.
This makes it clear.
Just
for
to-
everyone. Clear there.
I
Thank you.
mean, he's
I've been
moving with
wondering,
his
thank
girlfriend
you.
to another country. How?
Well,
It's a ploy.
It's a whole.
Who knows what's
facade.
next?
It's a facade.
Did you guys know each other before he started dating Gloria?
No.
Very close. Though.
Yeah, very close. Yeah,
Yeah.
but no. Yeah, no. We I mean, we didn't even talk.
I
in
met him
high
at a
school.
house.
What's it like having a girlfriend?
rented.
What's it like having a girlfriend?
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, man. I've never
No,
experienced
it's,
such
now it's the
things.
girlfriend talk.
No, we're not
Do you
doing that.
have
We're
a
not doing
girlfriend?
until 5:30.
Huh?
We're not doing that until 5:30.
No, that's just me personally
He's hanging
wondering.
out
To, like,
with us till
having
5.
a
What time
girlfriend?
is it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's wonderful. I mean,
That's
Wait,
great.
Is that your first girlfriend?
You're like
it.
3 hours away.
I mean-
That's actually
Because I
that's
gotta
already
go.
2:30. My stomach is grumbling now.
Yeah, so we can go grab
Mine's
to
done.
you.
You're probably hearing the camera.
It's good rest I need to eat. How long have you guys been going out for?
A year and 2 months.
Was that your first girlfriend?
No, I had another girlfriend.
Does she know about her?
Of course.
Are they friends?
My stomach now.
No,
Are they
it's
friends?
musical.
No,
Are
they're
they
not
sister
friends.
wives?
They're not
Musical
friends.
stomach.
Yeah, right.
Are they sister
But
wives?
yeah. No, they're not friends. But they have mutual
They're
friends.
not sister wives?
Sister wives?
Just ignore that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Sister wives means you'd be married to both of them.
No, none of that. None
But
of
you knew about. Is it you knew what I was talking about, right?
Huh?
This new culture. We
Dang, shots
Imagine the shit.
fired.
be
Shots
married to more than
fired.
one.
Imagine
I
the
was
whole world
mentally
fucking
that
seeing
way.
the Hawaii.
Dissociating.
I was so gone that.
Thank you for tuning in on this episode. I appreciate you guys being here with me and joining me in this conversation. It's Doreen, Destination Unknown. You can find me on YouTube, Destination Unknown with Doreen, or on Instagram. And if you want to follow my modeling nonsense, Distinctive Doreen. Peace and love. Where can they find you guys?
Navi, vibrant Navi.
Yeah, Zade and Asar everywhere. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, San Martinez everywhere too. Thanks for having me.
On OnlyFans too?
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right, peace and love.
Peace and love.